Social picking up the Lewis girls. You don't know Caravan 2024, we outside.
Yeah.
We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
There are legends of people with the gift of making music so true. It can conjure spirits from the past and the future. This gift can bring fame and fortune.
Well, somebody take me in your eyes.
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Listen here, this ain't no house party. Shit. Y'all ready to drink? Y'all ready to sweat till y'all stink?
You want some?
You keep dancing with the devil.
Careful, boy. You gonna bite off more than you can chew.
One day he's gonna follow you home. We got us a problem now. What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. This world already left you for dead. I can save you from your fate.
You don't need no saving.
Yes, you do.
And you are?
I am. Your way out. Don't cry. He's all better now.
Yes, I love you. I don't believe in magic. Ghosts, demons. Just power. Somebody please take me.
We gonna kill every last one of you.
I didn't mean to scare you. Thought y'all forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, let on out here. Stay. It's you? Go to me, open the door.
That ain't your brother.
Y'all smell anything? I think I shot myself.
What's up, LEWIS Squad? So today we are back with another video, and this time we are going to be doing a review of the movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, and it was written and directed by Ryan Coogler. So I'm gonna just let you guys know what the movie was about, like a little breakdown of the movie, and then we're gonna just talk about like what we think about the movie and our perspective on the movie. So the movie was based in 1932 in Mississippi, and it follows identical twin brothers Stack and Smoke, who are from Mississippi, but they went to Chicago or whatever, and then they came back to Mississippi. So this is when they come, the movie is about when they came back to Mississippi. So Stack has a girlfriend and her name is Mary, and Smoke has a girlfriend and her name is Annie. Mary's white, Annie's black. Okay, and then they have a cousin who is his name is Sammy, and he is the son of a pastor. So that's pretty much what the movie is about. They come back to they come back to Mississippi, and they rally up a group of people because they want to open up a juke joint. So they take their money that they robbed from somebody in Chicago, and they come back to Mississippi. They take the money, they give the money to Hogwood. Hogwood sells them the shack where they're gonna have the juke joint or whatever. So that's pretty much what the movie's about. So they go around, they gather up all these people, they open up the juke joint. And if you have not seen the movie, do not watch this video because it's a spoiler. Maybe go and watch the movie first and then come back and watch this video. But the movie is a horror movie. It's a vampire movie. It's about vampires, pretty much. So yeah, so the movie is pretty much about this man. At the beginning of the movie, this white man, he is a vampire. He goes to this couple's house that are part of the Ku Klux Klan. They're white, and he turns them into vampires. The three of them go to the juke joint to kind of turn the black people that are in the juke joint, they want to turn them into vampires, the rest of the people into vampires.
Do your intake on the movie.
So, I personally like the movie because at first I was like, oh, it's okay, and da-da-da-da. But when you kind of know what the movie's about, like when you kind of get the backstory, like more information on the movie, it's kind of like, oh, I kind of like this movie. Some parts in the movie didn't really make sense, but at the same time, it is a horror movie. It's supposed to be kind of stupid. Like it's supposed to be kind of funny, stupid. Some parts make sense, some parts don't, type of thing. Because that's how a lot of movies are, anyways. They're not really realistic. But I thought the movie was good. I don't know. I like the main vampire. I like the main vampire. He's funny to me. He kind of comedy. Like when they were playing the music in front of the juke joint. Like when they got to the juke joint and they were playing the music, and then they got stopped from playing the music, and he was like, "Oh, I was just getting to the good part."
Pick pour, I've been clean. Pick pour, I've been clean. I picked his hand, I picked his feet. I would have picked his body, but he wasn't fit to me. Let's go now.
Or something like that. Like they kind of slowed down. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna. And that part was funny. And then when they told them to kind of go away, like they know they're not invited into the place, then they were walking away. Also, he's like, we're gonna walk away slow, just in case you guys change your mind. And they're like walking away, and they're like turning around, like, like get back. Comedy. And another part in the movie that was funny was with Mary when after she bit Stack, like after she turned Stack into the vampire, when she got shot up and smoke shot her up and she ran out of the room. Like the way she ran out of the room was hilarious. Yes. Yeah. Comedy. In the movie, like things that were kind of getting to me in the movie was just the way she was kind of following Stack around. Like, girl, he told you multiple times in the movie he don't want you. Like he wants her, but he don't want her. Like he told you that. Like, listen, if a guy wanted me, but then in my, like when we're around other people, they're cussing me out. I'm talking about like, oh, you need to leave me alone. I'm not gonna chase you down. Like if you don't want me, you don't want me.
It's shown desperate.
Back. Yeah, it was shown desperate. Like girl, he said multiple times he does not want you. Why do you keep trying to go back to him? Like, and anyways, so for me, with the movie, with the title Sinners, for me, at first when I saw previews of the movie and I heard the name of the title, I thought it was more about the vampires. Like the vampires, like the reason why the movie's called Sinners is because of the vampires part of the movie. But to me, the title kind of explains the characters. No, the main characters in the movie. Like the word sinners kind of like they were all pretty much sinning in the movie. Like the preacher kind of told the son at the beginning of the movie not to go with the twin brothers. Like, don't go with your cousins. Stay here, play for the church, whatever. Don't go to like wherever you guys are gonna go. And he still went anyways. And the dad warned him. He said, the music that you're gonna play is going to attract the devil to your doorstep or whatever. Bring the devil to you knocking at your door. And he didn't want to listen to his dad. And he went to the juke joint anyways. And the twin brothers, they were there. They're all about money and crime. That's sinning right there. Money and crime is what they were all about. Then there's Slime, who the harmonica player. He was an alcoholic. Like he was an alcoholic. Like they pretty much bribed him to come and play at the juke joint with alcohol. With beer. Like that's the only reason why he went and played there, and because they offered him a little bit more money than what the other place was offering him. With Annie, I know like voodoo and hoodoo and witchcraft, so a lot of times they're used for good, but a lot of times they're used for bad as well. And a lot of Christian people, they think that is a part of sinning. Like they think that that's that's you're calling on demons and stuff like that when you do that kind of stuff. So that's kind of a part of sinning. And then the two, Mary and Pearline, they were married in the movie. They were married, but Mary's over here chasing down Stack, and Pearline is over here trying to get with Sammy. And it's like, girl, you have a whole husband at home. She got her coochie ate out inside of the juke joint, and she's married. And then Mary, and he's a pastor's son, and he's doing that to a married woman. And then Mary is in the juke joint sleeping with Stack, and she's a married woman. So it's kind of like everybody's sinning in the movie. Like, and then the juke joint itself is kind of a place where it's kind of like a club where people go and they dance to like secular music or whatever, and they're twerking their ass. I mean, they probably weren't twerking their ass back in the 1930s, but they're just there, like, you know, getting down. It's not Christian music, so it's technically sinning, you know. So yeah, that to me is what the title kind of represented to me. I don't know if that's what it actually was. I don't know if that's what it was for other people, but for me, that's kind of what it gave. Like, they were pretty much sinning throughout the movie. But yeah, so and then in the movie as well, like with Annie, clearly the hoodoo that she was doing clearly worked, because it kept Smoke and his brother alive until they came back there. But it pretty much kept them alive, and I don't know, I just like their relationship. Like, Stack and Mary, they were kind of annoying to me. Like, they were annoying to me, but I liked Annie and I liked Smoke's relationship, because they seem more realistic. They seem more like, I don't know, they just seem connected. They seemed like they were really connected. They were more like down to earth. They were about like, well, Annie wasn't really about like money. She was more about like realistic stuff. Like, she wasn't about materialistic stuff. And yeah, she kept the man alive. Like, she kept him alive. And if it was not for her in the movie, they would have all been dead, because she was the one who kind of caught on and was like, oh yeah, they're vampires. You know, like, she was, the other people in the movie were kind of senseless. She was the only one with some sense in the movie.
On my intake on the movie, I would have to say that I'm 50-50 on this movie. Okay, I'm gonna start off like that. I'm gonna say I liked some parts in the movie, I liked some parts in the movie I didn't like. So 50-50, okay? So the parts, like, the movie wasn't bad, but it was kind of annoying, and I like the comedy and all that stuff. Like, even with Althea, when what's her name again? Mary, when she bit Stack and she ran out the house and she
Ruin my fries.
Yeah, like, it's kind of funny, because it's like, no, I don't think any vampire would really do that, but it was kind of funny how she did it in the movie. Also with Slim and Annie, when she told him keep them out, and he said everybody in the party gotta leave.
Yeah, she told him.
And he told everybody, like,
he's a drunkie, so he wasn't really thinking.
Yeah.
So she said keep them out of the room where they were with Stack,
because he was a vampire.
And he went out there and told them. It sounded like she said kick them out.
Yeah.
So he kicked them out of the
party.
place.
So he turned everybody practically into a vampire, because he did such a stupid thing. But it was kind of stupid, but it was still kind of comedy, because he's not thinking because he's drunk. There's certain things in that movie that were a little bit funny and a little bit of stupidity and realistic stuff. Like okay, so I didn't like the cockiness with the Mary girl, even though white people are not white, well, Caucasian, I would have to say, are what's the word? More, they think back in days they thought they're more superior than black people. Okay, that's how she was carrying herself, which was really annoying to me, because she was like, oh, I could beat up everybody.
I could beat up all these bitches in here.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it was kind of
she was walking around like she was better than all the black girls inside of the juke joint, because she was white.
Yeah, and then she thought she thought that she could talk to the vampire, the Caucasian vampires, but they turned her into a vampire. So it's like, her plan, it didn't really work.
Yeah, your theory didn't work, girl.
So it was annoying with her. She was kind of annoying me. Also with Stack, he was annoying me as well, because he was just giving mixed signals.
Exactly. Like, sir, if you want the girl, tell you want the girl. Let everybody know you want the girl. If you don't want the girl,
and then on top of that, when she was turning him into a vampire, I don't like the part when the men were in the other room beating up each other, like black on black violence, and then you have the racist girl turning, like, she wasn't a racist. Well, she wasn't a racist, but like, you know, she's like, you know, turning your brother into a vampire.
They're turning your brother into a vampire, killing your brother, and you're in here beating up a black man because he got in a fight with somebody else.
Exactly. It was just like certain things in the movie I liked, certain things I didn't like, and so those were most of the stuff I didn't really like as well.
Just to let you be mindful of people that you're letting into your circle. Put it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they let in the Asian girl, the Asian lady. Like, the Asian lady and her husband, they were fine up until the whole thing happened with the brother. Then they wanted to leave. They didn't want no parts. They didn't want to help. Nothing. And it's kind of like in real life. Like, when stuff goes down with black people, nobody wants to step up and help black people. Black people always gotta fend for themselves. Exactly. So it's kind of the same thing. Like, Asian people are there to take your money and stuff. And, you know, they have their little salons and stuff like that where they take your money, but then when it comes to like real shit,
they don't do shit. They
bounce out.
And then when her husband, what is her name? The
her name is Grace, and the husband's name is Bo.
Bo, yeah. When the Grace lady, when her husband turned into a vampire, she brought them into the house. The thing.
They should have kicked her out.
They should have kicked her out. Like, black people, I feel like they're too nice and they trust. Like,
they trust too many people.
They don't trust their. I feel like they
don't trust themselves.
Yeah, they don't trust their own race. They more trust out of their race. And she brought the whole vampire people up in the party. They ruined. She just ruined everything. Okay, her and the Caucasian girl whose name is Mary. They ruined everything for them, and it really got on my nerves. That's the stuff that I didn't really like about the movie.
And people love Mary in the movie, but what did Mary do? Really, exactly. She did not do really anything. Like, she turned into a vampire. She followed a man around for the whole movie that was desperate. That kind of didn't want her. And then she turned him into a vampire, and then she just came back and tried to turn everybody else into a vampire. What was there to like about her? I'm not sure. Like, people are just they love her off. Like, oh my God, Mary and Steph, and like,
I didn't like that whole vibe. Those are the stuff I didn't really like about the movie. I like the movie. Like, overall, the movie wasn't bad, but they're doing a lot of stupid stuff too. Like, even when he was putting out his hand to give the guy the money, to give cornbread the money, he pulled him out the house, and they're doing some
stupid things. Like, close the door. Yeah, why are you guys standing at the doorway talking to vampires? Close the door. Like I said, if Annie was not there, the movie would have been very short. Like, it would have been, because she was the one who was like, don't do that. Like, don't put your hand out there. Why are we talking to them? Don't let them in. When Cornbread came back, she was like, don't let him in. Like, he comes in and out. He comes back and he's asking, oh, let me in. And she's like, why do you need to get asked to let in?
Big ass can't just
your big ass been walking in and out the whole night. So why can't you just come in? Why do you need us to tell you to come in? So
she figured out, like, okay, you're a vampire. Because
that's why I like her. She was doing stuff in the movie. Like, her and Smoke were actually doing things in the movie. Yeah. Like, Stack and Mary were not doing anything, at all.
Stack and Mary were thinking with their ass.
Yeah, their coochie and their dick.
Smoke and Annie were actually thinking with their brain, even though they did sleep together in the movie.
Majority Annie.
They were still thinking.
Yes.
So it's like,
yeah, and that's another thing. Like, with the movie, like Renelle said, with the Asian, with Grace, they should have kicked her out of the juke joint. Like, go with your husband. When the husband went to talk about, I'm gonna go get the car, y'all should have both just went. Why do you need to stay back and let your husband go and get the car? You both can go and get the car.
He said, everybody leave the party. Why are you still there?
Yeah, like, y'all should have left.
Just go.
Like, why were you guys? Why did you stay back? Go, leave.
Well, yeah.
Like, and then she called, like.
And another thing that annoyed me too is when Stack turned into a vampire, they kept him inside of the juke joint, and then they're by the door.
Yeah, and like, why didn't you guys kick him out too?
He stuck the knife in the door, and then the other guy's going by the door.
That's like another, like, that part in the movie didn't really make any sense, because if he turned into a vampire, you guys should just kick him out. You guys seen that the girl got shot up, she came back to life, and then she ran out there. So clearly your brother is not human anymore. Kick him out too! I know that's your brother, but throw his ass out!
You guys have enough
throw him out.
He's already a vamp. You guys have enough proof to know, like, okay, something's not right here. Like, kick him out. Like,
another part in the movie that when we were in the movie theater, I didn't really like when we were in the movie theater, but then I kind of Like, I still don't like the part doesn't really. Okay. Anyways, when we were inside the movie theater, when they had the whole music breakdown thing, when Sammy was performing the juke joint, and they had like girls in there like twerking and the break dancers and the hip hop and stuff like that. To me, it threw me off because this is a movie based in the 1930s. Why are you guys bringing that stuff from the future, like future, like 2020, into something that's in the 1930s? Let's be realistic. Maybe if they brought in music from like Africa, from like different tribes and stuff from the past, and they brought it into the future, it would have kind of made more sense. But how they're bringing in music from the present, like from the future, trying to bring it into the past, like it just wasn't adding up for me. Like,
I know it wasn't really.
It wasn't clicking.
It wasn't clicking for me too. But I think what they're trying to say is they're probably trying to say like stuff like this are still happening.
No,
like,
I know what they're trying to say. They're trying to say like music,
like
music. A lot of people use music for evil and stuff like that. Like the music that we're listening to today and stuff like that. Like it has a lot to do with that kind of stuff and spirits and stuff like that. And because the dad did tell Sammy at the beginning of the movie, like, oh, you're gonna go and play and your music is gonna draw the wrong like type of thing, like the devil type of thing. And then it did, because the vampires came there. But it just didn't make any like, don't bring in they could have had like the hip hop beat in the mix, but they didn't have to bring in like the
I know.
Like the people twerking.
It also shows that the music from the past and the future. It kind of shows like the same stuff that happened in the past still happens in the future, and the same stuff that happens in the future stuff. It's kind of like the whole, even with sometimes with black on black violence, there still happens with Caucasian people and black
racism.
Yeah, like racism, black guys and Caucasian.
Yeah,
girls.
but that part just threw me off.
These things are still and then even like black
That part just threw me off.
I know.
They could have done it in another way. That part was kind of like, it was weird.
Yeah,
it wasn't going. It didn't mesh well with the movie. The movie's based in 1930. That part was kind of like,
I know, it's
you guys could have brought that in a different way, type of thing. And then another part in the movie that did not make sense to me, that I was telling Renelle about, is when at the ending of the movie, when the vampires, like when the Asian girl told the vampires to come in. I mean Grace, when she told the vampires to come into the place. And Stack went in and he killed Annie, Smoke's girlfriend. That didn't make any sense to me. Why would you kill her? Like, out of all the people in there to kill, why did you go after her? Like, it just didn't make any sense. Like I was telling Renelle, I would understand. Like, maybe they should have had it in the movie where Annie went after Mary and killed Mary, like got rid of Mary, and then Stack went after Annie and turned Annie into a vampire type of thing. That would have made more sense, but you're just randomly going after your brother's girlfriend. Your brother's girlfriend, you know your brother loves this girl, and you go after her? It just wasn't clicking. They should have had the main vampire, the main guy, what's his name? Remick? They should have had Remick go after Annie in the movie. That would have made more sense. He doesn't have any connection to Annie, so he should have went after Annie. Why did you have Stack go after Annie?
And
for no reason. On top of that,
but with another thing that I didn't really like, like annoying, is that the same Remick guy at the ending of the movie with the guy who's the pastor's son, which is Sammy. When he had him in the water and he was praying. Just to put it this way, he had the guy in his palms. He wanted the guy for the whole time. He got the guy and he never bit him. He had him like literally like in the water before the sun even came up, and he still didn't bite him. It's like, get to the point. It's like he's wasting time, and the son is like, if that was in real life, you know damn well he would have gotten bit. Okay, just put it that way. I don't like movies that just take so long to get to the point.
So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm guessing that Sammy, like, okay, yeah, all the people were the sinners or whatever, but now what the dad said kind of makes sense. So Sammy, I guess, was the sinner in the movie. Like, he was the sinner. The pastor's son was the sinner, and the vampire guy was the devil. Pretty much. That's kind of what they look like. They're trying to make it seem like at the ending of the movie. Like when he said, you're calling the devil to your doorstep or whatever, to your front door, whatever. That's pretty much what happened at the ending of the movie. Because like you said, the Remick had Sammy, like he had him, like he was going to turn him into a vampire. That's the sinner, like the devil coming for the sinner type of thing. Like, if you get what I'm saying. Like, and then another thing is that when the movie ended and Mary and Stack were still alive and they came into the bar where Sammy was, they were saying, I've seen it on Instagram and on YouTube and stuff, that the Sammy character is a real character. Like, he was a man, I guess a musician or whatever, and his music wasn't doing that good. Like, I don't know if he was talented or maybe he wasn't talented, but his music wasn't doing that good. And in order for him to do good, he sold his soul to the devil. So they're kind of saying like Sammy is that guy, because at the ending of the movie he was still alive. And then they said that in the bar, when him and Stack were in the bar, there was a mirror there and their reflection wasn't in the mirror. And with vampires, they don't have a reflection. I don't think they do. So that kind of just proves, like, I didn't really see that part. I probably have to look at the movie again to see that part, if his reflection was in the mirror or not.
I think I did, but it didn't catch me like that fast. But...
Yeah, because when I was watching it in the theaters, when they were talking and the mirror was there, I was like, I wonder if the reflection is gonna show in the mirror. I don't remember if I paid too much attention to it though, because vampires are reflections.
But I have a question though. The Sammy guy who you said he was an actual artist. Was his dad an actual pastor in real life?
I don't know.
Oh.
His name was, I don't think his real name was Sammy. It was something else. But he was like, they said that he sold his soul. Like he sold his soul. Just put it out. He sold his soul. He sold his soul to the devil because his music wasn't doing that good. And then he started doing good. All of a sudden his music started doing good out of nowhere. They're pretty much saying that that's what this character is based, that man is who this character is based off of. Which is crazy. I don't know if they probably mentioned him in the movie, maybe. I don't know.
And I have to say what I learned after this movie is don't bring anybody into your house. I'm just joking, y'all. I'm joking. Without it, no, don't. I'm just joking.
I don't know if I would invite them in. I'll just open my door, and if they walk in, then they're not a vampire. If they don't walk in, then it's like, why aren't you coming in?
Sometimes they'll be like, are you gonna let me in? Sometimes
like, why do I need to let you in? Come in. Like no. You come to my house all the time.
Like they want to fix something. Like, are you gonna
why do I need to invite you in if you come in to fix something?
But yeah, you just see the creeps.
But yeah, I like the movie. I would give the movie like an 8.5 out of 10. And my favorite part in the movie, my favorite scene in the movie was with Michael B. Jordan when he had the machine gun. He looked good.
Yeah, I like talking about that. I like the part in that movie too when he was looking at Annie and he was turned like, and she had the baby, and then the man was talking. He was like, done the movie, please.
The man was like, "What are you doing?" No, what did he say? I think he was like, "What are you doing?" Or no, he said something to him, and he was like, "Don't disrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I'm looking at my wife and my kids right now."
That part I like. I ain't gonna lie.
I honestly, to be honest, I feel like the real love story for me was between Annie and Smoke. And I feel like Smoke and Annie should have survived the movie. They should have turned into vampires and they should have survived throughout the movie because freaking Stack and Mary were pissing me off. Like, what was so about them? Like, what? Because she's white and he's black and they couldn't be together? Like, no.
I think also with Stack and Smoke, if the Smoke guy didn't have that chain necklace thing on his to keep him safe on his chest, his brother would have turned him into a vampire. That's what I think, because I feel like when you're a vampire, your whole personality, your whole stamina changes. Like, and you don't care. You do what you want to do and you don't care. That's how it is.
I don't know.
That's how I think vampires think.
I feel like if it was a real love story and if she really loved that man, she would have just, girl, just be a vampire by your damn self. Shit.
I don't think
she could have been a vampire and he could have been a human. She didn't have to turn him in. Look at friggin' Twilight. In Twilight, what's his name? Jacob? What the freaking guy's name? Edward? Which one was Edward and which one was Jacob? Whichever one was the vampire. He didn't turn that girl into a vampire and he was a vampire himself. and he didn't turn her into a vampire, and they were dating, and she was human and he was a
Who knows
vampire.
with this
So why
world?
can't they do it in this
Who
movie?
knows
Shit!
with this-
Oh yeah, and another thing that I was telling Renelle when we finished watching this movie is that it reminded me of the movie From Dusk Till Dawn. It reminded me of Quentin Tarantino and Mel Gibson. It reminds me of the movie. It's exactly the same, like the same scenario, everything. They're criminal. Him and his brother are criminals. They're doing all this criminal stuff. They meet a family. The dad's a pastor. He has an Asian son and a daughter or whatever. They go to this bar. I don't know if they knew it was a strip bar or whatever, but they go to a bar in the middle of the desert. They go into the bar. There's like normal people in there, and then there's vampires, but they don't know the people are in there are vampires. Like only the vampires know that they're vampires. And they go to the bar, and they think it's just a regular bar. And then later on, while they're at the bar, everybody turns it, like the girl comes out, the main girl who's Salma Hayek, she comes out and she's like the main dancer of the bar. She comes out, she dances for a little bit, and then she turns into a vampire. And I think she bit the guy's brother. I don't remember. I think she bit the guy's brother. Somebody turned the brother into the vampire. Quentin Tarantino, the younger brother. It's the same exact scenario. The same thing. Turn the brother into a vampire, then everybody and majority of the people inside the place turn into vampires, and then Mel Gibson and a few other people, like a little group of people inside the place, along with the pastor and his kids, had to fight against the vampires that were in. Same thing. Even when the vampires in this movie turned into vampires, they kind of looked similar to the vampires in Dusk Till Dawn.
Got the same ideas, but
same thing. And the
I-
only two that survived in the ending of the movie was Mel Gibson and the daughter, but they didn't turn into vampires, but they survived throughout the movie.
Yeah, guys.
Same thing.
I never watched that movie though, but let us also know what you guys, if you guys saw the Sinners movie, let us know what you guys
thought about it. Let us know.
No.
Like, who do you? I feel okay. Both stories, I guess, are love stories, but I feel like the more stronger love story was between Smoke and Annie. I personally feel that way. I know back in the days, like interracial relationships wasn't allowed or whatever, but I feel like they were just forcing it a little too much. The Mary girl was just forcing it. Like, girl, he don't want you. I understand in the movie if he wanted her and he was like, girl, I want you. Like,
And then,
if he was like really, but he just
was too wishy-washy.
yeah, the way that he was
I'm gonna
treating
kill for you,
yeah,
and
the way
then
that he was treating her was like, yo, F off.
Yeah.
Like, get out my face. Like, why are you here? Like, he was annoyed at the girl.
But that's how
She's still chasing it down.
I feel like that's how a lot of guys are too, though. They would be like, one time they'd be like, I'll kill for you, and then the next time like, bitch, get on my face.
Yeah,
like,
so then leave that nigga. Leave him.
So yeah, leave. I'm not saying to still chase him down, but I'm just saying that's how guys are.
Oh, and another part in the movie, before we end, another part in the movie was when he was talking to Mary, when Stack was talking to Mary in the movie, and he called the black girls inside of the juke joint mutts or some shit like that. Something like that. So I've heard. My sister told me that he called the other girls mutts, and she's like, oh, I'll beat all these bitches or something like that. You taught me how to fight. I can take all of them or something like that. And I was like, oh, so this you bigging up this girl here because she white, and you're downgrading the black girls. And that's how a lot of black guys are nowadays. They put down the black girls to kind of bring up the girl that
And
they're
the same one who
with.
turned him into a vampire.
Yeah, and then she was the same one who turned around and turned her ass into a vampire and kind of
took
took you away from your brother.
Like probably would have killed him too, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
anyways, that's pretty much all we have to say about this video. If we missed anything in the video, please let us know in the comment section below. Let us know what you guys thought about the movie.
yeah, what would you give it out of a 10?
Yes, what would you give it out of a 10? Let us know what you guys thought about the movie, and let us know if we missed anything, because we probably did.
Yeah. And we're not racist, guys. That's just our opinion.
We're not.
about the
That's
movie.
that's our opinion. Like,
Deal.
some of the people in the movie were not needed.
Yeah. That's just that, guys. Don't call us terrorists. We know.
Okay, so we love everybody. So anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure that you guys like, make sure that you guys comment, make sure that you guys share and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.
This guy's 18.
Thanks for watching. Bye.